Welcome back to the High Button Podcast. We are at episode number 60. 61. Who's the good 61 man?
I don't think there's been a 61 man.
It's a weird number. The date is July 6th. It's a Thursday. We have a special guest. Tommy, if you want to introduce.
Our special guest goes by the name of Sarah McNeil.
McNeil, yeah.
McNeil with an N. And so, Sarah, what do you do for a living?
Oh God, I'm a server.
What doesn't she do?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, she's a jack of all trades.
She's a
Jill of all trades. Welcome to the show. Happy to have you.
Thank you so much for having me in my own home.
What are your first?
You're my guest today.
What are your first impressions so far of the podcast? Do you feel a little nervous? Do you feel a little excited?
I'm a little nervous. It's a little unusual talking into this microphone, but I like it. It's fun.
Does it feel natural?
It's more natural than me yelling from across the apartment.
It is. I see you have a drink to calm the nerves. Great choice.
I just, something to wet my whistle. It's not a nerves thing.
This is going to be great. Do you want to have a little sip, actually?
Of course.
What's a thistle?
Whistle.
I know you said whistle.
Oh, okay.
I think a thistle is a whistle in Germany. They say thistle.
I thought it was a sewing piece that you put on your finger. It's metal, so you don't prick yourself.
I've always thought that the spelling of sewing was weird.
Sewing, suing. Yeah, I've always thought that as well.
Yeah,
that's weird.
Right. So speaking of drinks, where were you guys today?
I don't even know. I'm gonna let you.
Well, we were in Yaletown, technically. It was Homer Street.
That's in the heart.
Yeah, okay. So the name of it was Per Se Social Club.
Okay, and how... Do you know the nearest side street?
No, we were on the corner of something. I just know it was Homer and...
How far?
It was like 5 streets down from Granville. So we were like 10-minute walk from your work.
Okay.
Wasn't that far.
Yeah. After work, I like to... I know there's a train station in my work, but I got to get some fresh air. So I always walk to the Yaletown station, get on the train there. And I probably passed this place a couple times.
You've definitely passed it. We've probably passed it. It's
Close the door.
Okay. It's a great spot. It's like it's like a mix between a martini bar, a coffee bar, a restaurant. Pizzeria. They got a big oven in the back, which of course I'm a huge fan of. And the guy cooking it looked legit too.
Oh,
the guy cooking it, he looked like he knew what he was doing.
I was gonna ask, did he have a mustache?
Yeah,
he knew what he was doing.
The downtown of Vancouver isn't very big, really.
And honestly, for Vancouver, it had a great patio. A lot of places here don't have nice patios because it rains so much, but this one had a really nice patio.
There's flowers around it. Yeah. Prices were a little expensive, but it was worth it. The service was good.
We went during happy hour. They had a good happy hour menu.
Yeah, they did have a good happy hour.
$5 off pizzas.
What did you get?
We shared a margarita pizza, and I got a glass of rosé and a glass of the house wine.
What was the house wine? All white?
Yeah.
Okay.
Of course.
Was it a Sauvignon, Chardonnay?
No idea.
Okay.
Probably just a blend.
No, what about you, Justin?
I got one fruity drink, but then I said that at the actual restaurant. And Sarah went, Justin, you know what? It's not a fruity drink, okay?
You didn't say fruity, though. You said girly.
Oh, girly.
That's a big difference.
I'm it's a drink. How can a drink have a gender?
But
drinks have genders.
It's 2017. People don't even have genders.
Yeah, you're right.
And here's my mindset going into, the drink / meal. It's a hot day. I don't really want a beer. I don't really want a wine. I want a nice, refreshing, minty strawberry. Something to.
And you made a great choice too.
Make the taste buds go, wow. Hey, okay, attaboy, great choice.
You don't crave a nice cold beer on a patio on a hot day?
I do. Don't get me wrong, I do. But there's other times, especially in today, when I was overly hot because I had to go to work and I had to wear pants and. I was hot the whole body, and I wanted something more refreshing than just a beer. I wanted a little bit of mint, a little bit of strawberry, something more refreshing than just those hops. And that's what I went with. I didn't regret it. It was great. And then I got 2 vodka cranberries after.
Okay.
Vodka
that's a
gin and tonic.
Tonic.
Those are 2 club drinks. Like
yeah. Anyways, by the end of it,
was all about, though.
I mixed vodka, rum, and tonic. No, that's a
gin.
Water. Gin.
It's in the name of the
gin and tonic. So I mixed 3 liquors, and by the end of it, I was feeling a little.
What time of day was this?
This was at 3 p.m. Okay. Justin and I, it's rare that we both have the same day off during the week. So
you were off today?
Yeah.
Oh.
I wasn't off. I was just off at 12.
Okay.
So we were productive in the morning, and then we decided to treat ourselves.
Fuck it.
The world I've been living in as of late is, I went years having the half-hour lunch break. Terrible. You barely have time to eat. Since I moved out here, I now have the 1 hour break. I'm located downtown now. Options are endless. I'm starting to eat my lunch at my desk before my break, so I have a full hour to go find a patio, somewhere's quiet, maybe get a couple sodas.
You can do a lot in an hour.
You can get. I can have 2 beer before on my break and not be wheezy.
Yeah.
I'm curious. Is it super busy during lunchtime downtown though?
Great
Not
question.
like you would think.
No.
Honestly, it's not. I have the 1 o'clock lunch, prime lunch hour.
Yeah, and you're not looking for food, are you? You're just looking for a beer.
I typically bring my own lunch.
Yeah.
And
So how does that work? Will you eat the lunch at work, or will you bring the lunch to the restaurant, which is not allowed?
I'll eat the lunch at work.
Yeah, smart. And then go get a suds.
You guys are
cold
honestly so lucky. Like, you have break rooms, you have fridges.
You don't even have a break.
I don't have breaks. I don't have a break room. But what's good about my job is that it's so busy I don't even notice. And they're pretty quick shifts.
It flies by when it's busy.
Exactly. So sometimes they'll be like, do you want a break? And I'll be like, nah, I'll just keep going.
You ever meet any interesting people? Like someone like I know today you said there was...
Always.
Name the most interesting person that you met. I know you've met a lot of people. You always tell me this person did this person did that. But there must be one that's like stood out.
Honestly, anyone that sits down and they're by themselves and they have a really nice camera.
That's an interesting person.
That's an interesting person to me because A, they're sitting alone. They don't need anyone's company. They're interesting enough that they don't need someone else.
I always sit alone.
Yeah, no, that's cool. And usually they're just like doing some photography. They're out, they're shooting stuff. It's just an easy conversation starter. I'm like, oh, like, what are you shooting? Like, where can I see some of your work? Like, I just think it's cool.
Let me interrupt you there, or you're almost done.
No, I'm done.
Pretty sure you were done. It does impress me when someone is sitting by themselves.
Yeah.
But it impresses me even more if they're sitting by themselves and they're not looking at their phone. They're
Well, that's just it.
They're comfortable with being there.
Yeah.
Not looking at a screen, not looking at a camera, just being. That is impressive to me.
I'm lucky enough to work on a patio that has one of the most beautiful views in Vancouver. So people rarely look at their phones. They're always looking at the view. It's right on the water. It's gorgeous. There's mountains in the background. You can see all of downtown, Science Center, BC Place. It's awesome.
How often do you get the question, what's the Wi-Fi password?
All the time.
Why don't these places just get the passwordless Wi-Fi?
Just put it on the menu.
We don't have a password. That's the thing. I'm like, no, we don't have one. So when people ask me, I'm like, so you didn't even try?
Oh, wow.
Interesting.
Yeah.
People ask us all the time at work. They'll come in and be like, we don't have seats here. Like where I work, there's no seats.
Yeah.
Like, what do you want, the Wi-Fi and just hang out? Yeah, it's an in and out place.
It's a lineup.
Yeah.
So what people will do, they'll linger around that little triangle, like that little wooden area, and they'll just hang out on our Wi-Fi all day.
There's one office in our whole work that the TELUS Wi-Fi from the streets seeps through into. One of the sales officers, and I always get caught in his office going through my phone.
You must have some crazy stories about work. You're in the heart of downtown Vancouver.
Define crazy stories.
Give me my money. Someone just yelling at the top of their lungs.
You know what?
Give me my money.
I haven't witnessed too much craziness. We get a lot of homeless people coming in overdose and such. Ooh. But nothing like, I don't want to jinx anything.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think the fact that I don't want to say too much about my work right now.
Well, I used to work at Scotiabank, and fuck them, so I can say whatever I want.
I don't know anything about that company.
I love Scotiabank.
I'm going to say something good, a lot good about the actual Scotiabank, but they're in Halifax.
I wonder what it's like to work there.
There was like homeless people that would come in, like, you know, Halifax, so you get to know the homeless people. Yeah. There's some people that would come in, homeless people, and, you know, at the end of the day, what time did the branch close? 5 o'clock. It was obviously annoying, but they dropped down maybe $50-$60 in toonies, loonies, and quarters, and they'd have a debit card. They just put it in their debit card, and they had money. Like, they're homeless, but they have money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're working, they're out there, they're panhandling.
I bet they're good with their money. That's the secret.
Well, that's the thing. You never see a homeless person in a retail store or in a Starbucks, or unless they're taking a piss.
They're thrifty.
Yeah.
Because they have to be fair.
Yeah.
Can't give them too much credit.
They get food.
Those clothes aren't dirty, they're stylish.
Yeah, exactly. No, I actually saw a homeless person the other day, and their attire was so
Yeezy season line 2.
Literally. No, that's such a good. There was holes, there was rags, it was dirty, but it had a great color scheme, and I was like, they look like they came off the runway in Zoolander.
Well, have you been
Have you seen that?
Yeah, I've seen Zoolander 1. One was enough.
The runway, and like everyone's like, grunge is so in. Yeah.
Well, have you been inside Urban Outfitters lately? That's all it is. There's clothes with holes in them, hoodies with holes in them, jackets with holes in them.
Baseball caps
with holes in them. Holes are in.
Yeah.
People love holes.
It looks worn. It has some character. I don't know.
Characters, that's the word. Yeah. Character's hot right now. Character is in.
What makes character?
Imperfection.
How do you answer a question like that?
Exactly. Let's
flaws, imperfection. Character. Something that's real. Something that's been through something.
So a homeless person has character.
Tommy, what were you gonna say? You said you had a story about something.
A homeless person
today?
Yeah.
It was about like before the podcast.
Yeah.
This is gonna bring us into our first ad.
Lift it up a bit. It's just not. You're not like in it.
This is gonna. Is that better?
You lift like the mic up. Yeah. Okay. There you go.
There's really no way of us knowing.
This is first ad of the day. I'm gonna give out a free advertisement today, Justin. I hope you don't mind.
I don't mind.
So, it's well known that I'm a big fan of Elysian Coffee.
Yes.
Elysian, Elysian Coffee.
Fucking love that coffee.
Today, on my way home, I get off the train. I'm about to get on the B line, the 99 bus.
Love that bus.
I remember there is an Elysian Coffee right in the middle of 2 of the bus stops. And I say, hey, you know what? I'll walk to the coffee shop, sit down, grab a coffee, walk to the next stop, hop on the bus, come do the podcast. Great idea, right?
Great idea.
I get there. I go to buy my coffee. I forgot to transfer my funds over.
God damn it.
Insufficient funds. I go, oh, wait, just let me transfer the funds over. And she goes, no, you know what? I said, no. And before she even said it, I said, no, I'm not poor. I can transfer the funds over. She goes, no, it's on me today.
Aww.
Are you kidding me?
I'm not kidding.
Are you kidding me?
How much is the coffee, if you don't mind me asking?
3 something.
Now, are you done the story, or can I ask some questions?
I'm almost done.
Keep going.
But keep that question
That's
fresh.
It. Oh, I got it.
So I tell her I'll pay it forward. So this is me paying it forward, a free advertisement to Elysian Coffee. And I'm not just saying this. I'm not just saying this because of this incident. This is actually, to me, it's the best coffee in Vancouver. If
you do talk about it a lot.
If you go to my work, you find the lunchroom. You find not the first fridge, the second fridge. You open that freezer, coffee beans,
fridges?
Elysian Coffee. I drink it every day. Shout out Elysian Coffee. Pay it forward. Everyone, let's pay it forward today. Round of applause for Elysian.
Sarah.
Woo! I'm a woo girl.
A woo?
Yeah, I'm a woo girl.
Question.
She was a female.
Yes.
Was she hitting on you? Did you get a vibe?
I didn't get a vibe like that.
Okay, I trust you.
I got a just overall good person vibe.
You don't run. It's really rare to run by these people. There is good people, I know.
Yeah,
but it's extremely rare.
Too.
Yeah, good karma. There's a lot of people.
Maybe this girl, same thing happened to her, and they said, you know what? Here's a free coffee. So she's kind of.
Yeah.
You never know.
When I was younger, it's like, you know, when you're younger and you just remember like certain things about your childhood. I remember I went to the grocery store once with my dad, and there was like a teenager in front of us, and he couldn't afford like any of his groceries or whatever. And there was like a guy like 3, I don't know how he even heard. There was a guy like 3 things back. He must have had money. And the guy was like, hey, don't worry about it. I got yours. And the guy just paid for the kids' groceries. And I always remember that. It's like, yeah.
That's so nice.
Yeah. There's little things like that.
I've always wanted to do something like that, but part of me thinks it's because I would feel good. And that's so selfish.
Yeah.
Like at the end of the day, it's like you're trying to do something nice, but you're really just trying to make yourself feel better. I don't know.
What does Jay-Z say? The purest form of giving is anonymous to anonymous.
Probably one of the best episodes.
Let's move on.
One of the
let's stop being so friendly here.
That's probably one of the best episodes on Curb. The anonymous wall.
I haven't seen that.
The donation.
Oh.
Like, it was Larry David donated something, so they put his name up on a wall, and then Anonymous donated something, but it was really a character. I think his name was Terry, but everyone knew it was him. So Larry looked like the dick because he put his name on the wall, and the other guy just put anonymous. But he told everyone. He told everyone.
Oh, I made a donation in the name of the Hi button the other day.
Oh.
We're up on the wall.
We're on the wall.
Where at?
A bank.
That's free advertisement.
You
Well, no, I
donated
paid-
to a bank?
No, to the bank. The bank was the money went to a children's hospital.
Okay, awesome. That's great. Good job, Tommy.
So yeah, free not free. It costs $5, but it's advertising.
You know
In the
what?
name of the Hi button.
Yeah,
I love it.
and it's in a heart. It's perfect.
McDonald's always does that for like the Wish Kids,
The
the Wish Kid Foundation.
Yep.
We should go in there and just buy a bunch. The Hi button, the Hi button, the Hi button, the Hi button.
What's the minimum donation?
$1.
You guys are terrible.
Well, that's like how much would you spend on advertising? How much would you have to pay McDonald's to put an advertisement of the Hi button up?
Oh fuck!
Millions of bucks. You know what? Here's 40. Put up 40 Hi button things.
What's the biggest dilemma if you're the CEO of McDonald's right now? Just fat people complaining?
No,
The biggest
I would say
dilemma?
animals, animal rights, meat mass production.
How are they
They're 100% beef.
The movie Oakja.
How are they gonna?
Yes.
How are they gonna? This vegan movement is growing at a rapid pace. What are they gonna do?
They're gonna have to find a crazy solution to make vegetarian patties.
Speaking of animals, I saw a bus go by me the other day, and the side of the bus had this advertisement for Gross Mountain. And it was just a huge
That's the one
picture.
in Vancouver, right?
Yeah, so it's the Gross Grind. So it's a huge mountain, one of the many hikes here in Vancouver. And the advertisement just
Not to mention the real estate hike.
What?
Sorry.
And there was two big black or brown bears on this advertisement for Gross Mountain. And that's all it said was just Gross Mountain and then two big bears. And I'm like, I'm never going to that mountain.
Yeah, that's odd.
So I went to work and I told my friend, and I was like, that's the weirdest advertisement I've ever seen. Like, I'm terrified. And she was like, no, actually, like, there's an enclosure for these two bears, and it's like a couple of acres, basically, and it's their natural habitat, but you can go and see them.
Interesting. I'd like to see that.
Yeah, I'm intrigued by it. It's a weird... I hope they're not obviously in cages, but at the same time... I don't know how much space they have to roam around.
Bears are incredible. They can climb trees. They can catch fish with their claw, their mouth.
That's the thing. There's no outrunning a bear. You cannot swim faster. You cannot climb faster. You cannot run faster.
I heard cayenne peppers keep the bears away.
So just make a necklace out of those.
They have this. Their scent is so sensitive.
Oh,
That's a good call.
that is good.
They're like, too spicy for me.
I heard this from over here in a conversation on the bus last week. Two guys were talking about the apocalypse.
That's a Seinfeld episode.
That's awesome.
And they were angry, talking about how stupid society is and how they would get through it, but no one else would.
So they're the two
And
guys that think they can live in the woods.
He's like, yeah. He says, I could live in the woods. Cayenne peppers, bears hate them.
Oh my god.
That's
Incredible.
hilarious. Just have an endless supply.
They're all tatted like head to toe.
Well, anyone that's
You know
seen,
about cayenne or
what is
bears.
that movie?
Oakja.
No, the one with Leonardo DiCaprio. Revenant.
Revenant.
Oh, yeah,
Anyone
the
that's
bear
seen
fight.
Revenant? Oh, you don't want to run into a bear.
No.
The behind the scenes video of that. There's just like a robot bear he was fighting.
That's probably hilarious.
It's pretty funny. Like he'll go in. He's an amazing actor. He'll go into full fight mode, and then the director will just go cut, and then I'm like, just go back to Leo, and then he'll go back to fighting the bear. It was pretty incredible. It was awesome. I love those videos, the behind the scenes shit. We were watching them the other day.
Yeah.
The green screen.
Yeah.
You can create a
Harry Potter.
forest. Harry Potter was
Lot of
created
green
in a
screen.
big green room. There is no Hogwarts. It's a green screen. I'm sorry, people.
It's impressive. Honestly, that's where the real acting comes out. You have no props. You have nothing to feed off of. It's just your pure emotion in a blank green screen.
I've been on a green screen.
Have you?
High school film video class.
How did
There
that
you
go?
Oh, I made a hell of a video.
I'd like to see some of that sometime.
I think I have it around somewhere.
Can someone refresh my memory? You just brought up high school, and Canada Day just passed. Before
No, I'm listening.
every day,
I'm just shutting your mouth.
did we have to stand up for OK?
Not high school. Not high school.
Always.
Not in high school.
All